Okay, so this chapter is on releasing and different side effects. So when I first started on this journey, I started opening up extremely big. At the time, I didn't realize. But I was following what I was hearing, what I was getting, what I was feeling. This doorway of all this new experience just came wide open. And I have always done herbs, done teas, different things like that for sicknesses, ailments. And I started noticing I was having different things happen to my body. And I was very fortunate, very lucky that my team at the beginning was very loud and clear. And this was the saying that they had come up all the time for me. You can use the same saying, or maybe you'll find different words but mean the same thing, because we're all different. And this one is, I allow the body to do what the body needs to do. And I would take it with a breath and say that. And when this started occurring was all of a sudden I'd have this food craving that I've never had before. And my team said, allow it. So I would buy a certain food and eat it. I would have a need for colors. I know that sounds weird, but these are side effects of releasing, remembering, and as you take on energy. Moving my body, my hands. I would just allow it. Sometimes I would move my hands in these certain format or the shape and going, why? I allow my body to do what my body needs to do. Sometimes I threw up. Sometimes I'd have diarrhea. Sometimes I would sleep, get drowsy. I would cry, and I felt like it was for no reason at all. Laughing, coughing, having a certain part of my body feel different. Now, anything and everything is possible with the body. And my team came in right away and said, your body is releasing things. And I thought, what the heck does that mean? Because I even tried Googling it at the time and I couldn't find anything that could tell me about that. And then I've learned over the years that even sometimes, even when the planets would change, I would get it right away. I allow my body to do what my body needs to do. And I would follow that guidance. Instead of running to the doctor right away, and sometimes we have to, but instead of contacting my herbalist, instead of freaking out, I would say that phrase and wait for guidance, wait for a push, wait for my body to do something. Part of my journey, I even slept for 3 days. And I remember my daughter coming in, and I'm a busy, active person. And she's like, Mom, are you okay? And I said, yeah. I slept, woke up, drank some water, and I'd go back to bed. And I'd wake up, drink some water, go back to bed. And something was happening inside of my body at that time. And I did not panic. Because those words kept on coming on, and I'm like, okay, And I just trusted it. At one point, even in my journey, here it's getting windy now, so hopefully it's not picking up the wind, but at one point in my journey, I even interacted with some customers. And I started feeling this weird lethargic, and I call it lethargic because my mom would always use that word when you like start to get the flu. And I could feel it in my eyes and my body, and I thought, God, what is this? And I allow the body to do what the body needs to do. I went home from work that day and I laid down. And I could feel these different energies. Like now I can call it energies, but at the time I was just like, it felt like something was moving in my body. So I just kept on repeating it and taking my breath. I kept on repeating it and taking my breath. And all of a sudden, within like 2 hours of just giving my body that time, I got up and it was gone. And I thought, that was weird. I really thought I was going to get sick or something. And then it happened again. As these things started happening to me, or I'd have sudden diarrhea, but yet I keep myself on a really strict diet, right? I only eat these certain things. And it would occur. I'm like, okay. But I'm also was releasing trapped emotions. I was also going through this process and following my team, the energy of listening to them. And soon I realized I was releasing energy, and this is how my body was reacting to it. Also, that said, sometimes my body needed rest to acclimate to that. Sometimes I had energy come in and I had to move my hands. I had to do certain things. I all of a sudden wanted to like dance, and I was doing jumping jacks and stuff. I'm like, this is so weird, because my body would just move. But I also gave it that space to do so. I also sometimes have these urges and cravings to eat candy. That wasn't me at all. Growing up, I could never have sweets. It would give me instant heartburn. And at this moment, when I was following what my body was telling me, I didn't have it. And I'm like, that's weird. I've even had clients ask me, well, in order to be spiritual, they say I need to do this and this and this. Like, I can't drink. I can't eat sugar. I have to be a vegetarian. I have to. No. We are all uniquely different. And what is your way? And I know I ran into a Buddhist monk at one time, and I asked that question. And he said, watch and understand how it comes on. If it is in moments, it is something the body needs. If it is craving and happening on a repetitive and bogging you down, it's something you need to overcome. But never, what did he say? Never neglect the body and allow the body what it needs. His words were different than what my guide said. But then once again, as you interact with people, run into things, all of your puzzle pieces of understanding this journey comes together. And you are made up of different things. So you may need different things at different times. Also, this body needs time to acclimate, release, and it all has to do with energy. The food we eat is energy. The things that we wear are energy. And we are releasing and gaining. So once again, I allow my body to do what my body needs to do. And I follow that guidance, just like it is like when I tell you to say something or do something and take that breath and leave space. I would say that and leave space for guidance. And the understanding that you receive. At first, like, I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't get it, grasp it. But as you start doing this, you get it. You just get it. So sometimes the things that our bodies are going through, we jump on right away, get excited, and get worried. And I hold off. Is this an energy thing? Or is this a thing that needs action? What is it? Do I need to be doing something? Or do I need to be allowing? So this is side effects and release. And this has to do with your energy bodies, your physical body. Because also, that said, sickness is energy. And what I've realized is, like, when I said I felt lethargic, I was allowing I had energy from my shoulder go down, and I could feel it. And then this energy was moving, and I had, like I said, I felt lethargic. All of a sudden I got a little hot, but then I leveled back out, and I'm just like, and just going with it to understand it. The energies will change. The energies will release, acclimate, and build. What is it to you? What do you need to observe, and what do you need to have action on? But I allow the body to do what the body needs to do and start understanding. And that's why I call this like your sensory system, because you read energy this way. Sometimes people want to read energy a certain way, but maybe that area is clogged. Maybe that area needs to be cleaned out. And as you follow your direction, you'll start getting that communication. Sight, sound, smell, taste, emotion, sensing, however you understand or read energy. So this is just another chapter in this book of growing and understanding.